And I am live. Probably a few moments late. No, not too bad. Hello, everybody. It's Jeff from VW Bricks here. I'm going to move my camera over here because that's where my broadcast, that's where my control screen is. One person watching, sorry that I started that so horribly. I have a cough. My cold subsided for a while, and now I'm getting the throat tickle, which I always get every time I have a cold. I have a tickle for like a month, so I'm probably going to be coughing a bit this weekend or this week, tonight. You know what I mean. Anyway, hopefully other people join us. Hello, Sylvain. I'm assuming you're at work right now, and if so, keep sorting or keep doing what you do. I know you said at a desk, and I know where it is. I just don't remember what you do exactly. So anyway, hi, Eric Sith. Hello, welcome. So, battery powered bricks. Hello. I'm watching the count of people joining, and there's 2 joining, but we have 3 people watching, so counts aren't accurate today, or it just doesn't refresh every few minutes. Anyway, hopefully the Daves, or one of the Daves, or some of the Daves, or all the Daves will join us at some point. So once they do, we can chat with them a bit as well. In the meantime, I will give you an update on my week. It's been not been pretty crazy. I got all my sorting done, with exception to, did I get anything? Oh, the only thing I don't have sorted right now are minifigs. And this might have been the same state I was at last week. My minifigs are sorted kind of by category, but I haven't put them into the bins that are kind of right here. My room's a mess, by the way, too, because this light here blew this week as well, so I had to replace it. So I still got all the hardware and the vacuum and stuff from vacuuming up the dust that fell off of it and all that stuff. But I need to replace that light, so I did that this week. And I've actually been pretty busy with I've actually been pretty busy. I'll answer that in a minute, battery powered bricks. This week with a new project, which I've started designing, and I'll pull that up in a minute. Battery powered bricks is asking, is there such a thing as all the things sorted? So technically, yes, but even when I'm said I'm sorted, I'm still not. I like, once I'm sorted, once those minifigs go into those bins and they're put away, I then can start the expansion, because obviously you're sorting, you get a new piece, it's got to go into a bin. If there's no spot for it, you put it in that bin. At least this is how I work, because I use the let's get one that's not dark brown. I use the Locket 2. I use these bins for. You can see that good enough. I use these bins for the tiles and stuff, and if there's a new tile, for example, the bow tie. Actually, I did have a spot for the bow tie right around here somewhere. Tile, but I'm looking in this bin trying to see if there's anything else doubled up, and at the moment there is not. So this is not one of mine that I have to resort. But like I was saying, eventually you do need to add more to it, and that starts a phase of resort. So I have a whole list. I use them for everything, as you can tell. Hold on here. Let me just switch to one person. Yeah, that works. So I've actually got a. Oh, it's already up here. Let's just. Well, that's not it. Why did the picture come up behind it? That's weird. This is actually the project I've been working on, but let me just. It's full screen. How do I get it at full screen? There we go. Lego sorting. So I think I've shown this in the past. I basically have a list of all the colors that I need to expand. So bright green, I've added some parts, need to expand it. Black, plate round, and brick round, they need some expansion. And the problem with black is you can't see it, but black is right there, right above the penguins. And there isn't really any room for expansion for black. So what I'm now doing is, if I expand black, I'll take some of the older parts, like the 80s parts that I don't use, and I put them into an 80s bin. And stuff in a bag, the black ones in a bin, that type of stuff. So, there's always expansion to be done. My phone is chirping. Someone's messaging on. Oh, Savannah sent a photo. Well, let's look. I'll just throw it up here. Glow in the dark. Hopefully, I can share that because you sent it during the broadcast, so it's sent. Anyway, so yeah, there's always something to sort, something to expand, and one of the reasons I haven't started my expansion is I want to replace these racks as well with the shorter ones, and then that'll help me reorganize. That'll be my winter project. So I will be done sorting shortly, but then I will get into expansion and reorganizing mode. So there's always stuff to do for that. Now, as for my Lego project that I'm working on, let's just switch the view again here. Don't know how visible it would be, but there's certain words on the side of this building. This is the Canadian Tellus as opposed to the American Tellus, because I know there's a Tellus museum in TELLUS museum in Atlanta area. But this is my actual work office. And I was starting to reorganize or to design it in the past few months. And I should probably be sorting while I'm watching this. Yeah, because you have a lot to sort. I've seen some of your videos. I know you're in a cleanup mode as well. I'm not saying you have to sort. I'm just saying you could. So yeah, I've been working on building this building out of Lego. I started first digitally, which I can show in a few minutes. A few parts I've had to. I always have to change the views. A few pictures. A few times I've had to mock some things up. Part of it's dark brown. I don't have those pieces in dark brown, but they exist in dark brown, so I have to order them. Lots of trans clear will be used in this building. But yeah, so part of this whole process is also close that one, is also gathering all the images, which is kind of the second thing I do. Just go to the beginning here. So this is like the interior of the building. Normally I don't do interiors, but because this building is all glass, I'm kind of doing interiors for at least the lobby on this one. Which anyway, there's like a bunch of lobby shots I just grabbed. The side of the building that was at, whoops, I broke it as I was picking it up. That's kind of like this thing that you see there. Plus there's parts breaking off because it wouldn't be a stream without things falling apart. Plus there's like a piece that goes on in front of it to kind of create that. So I had to mock this up yesterday because I was trying to figure out how to build it, and then I threw it in digitally. Sorting is a never-ending story. This is true. As soon as I was done sorting the parts, I moved a bin and found a little bag of extra parts from the last thing I built, and I was like, crap. So, but yeah, so I'm working through gathering the pictures for this building. I've got like architectural images of it because these are from the building's only about 10 years old, so there's a lot of the information is on the internet. So yeah, I've been grabbing pictures and stuff. I managed to find a floor plan of the first floor, which I'm using to kind of design the inside areas. This is like the 23rd or 4th floor. This is technically, well, no, this is what my offices are. But this kind of is the schema where the desks can go. There's some interesting pieces because the windows stick out on the side. Just kind of a windbreak type design. So yeah, there's lots of pictures, lots of architectural type stuff that I've got going here. It runs right along the rail yard, so this side is really hard to get pictures of. So I've been working with that too. And I don't know if it's been visible, but technically right here, you see a CO right here. That's the Air Canada Centre, now called Scotiabank Arena, where the Raptors play and the Leafs play as well. So I will probably be building that as well at some point. But this is one of those projects where I'm not going to take this out of Toronto area, probably maybe Montreal again if that show occurs. But I don't really have, because it's such a local thing, I don't know that I'll bring it. I might bring it just for a display because, hey, it's got some cool architectural features. But anyway, so yeah. So I'm taking those picture concepts and then obviously throwing them into digital. So I'm just up to the brown level. So I'm about to start the taller tower area. So just using Digital Designer and using like Google Street View as well. Let's flip the view again here. Using Google Street View as well to get some of the shots that are hard to get. But I'm currently, I've built most of the interior. I've tiled it out. There's certain tiles that don't exist. This bow tie and tan doesn't exist yet, so eventually I'll get it. I have to work on putting some walls in here. This is the parking garage ramp over here. I actually realized I had to extend it based on that floor plan I found, so I'll do that. It's just a bunch of things. This is, sorry if I'm making anybody sick. These, I use the headlight bricks as doors. So this is actually a fire escape. So I'll have to work through that one a bit because I like it being a double door, but I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look right for doors. Ideally, doors I should probably just insert with a, like just do an insert with Technic, or no, not Technic, a jumper plate, like I've done for the elevator doors as well. My office has 16 elevators. It's a 30-floor building. So there's like two banks or two groups of four. Two groups of eight. The one group goes from like the first to the 18th floor, and then the other group is an express from 18 above to 30, which is coincidentally our main office buildings are those ones. Are all our main. What's the word I'm trying to look for? Our main. Most of our floors are 18 and above. I think we start at 20 or something like that. So the idea, the benefit of owning the building as a company is you get to, choose what floors are yours. So yeah, it's coming along. And that's what I've been working on. Like I said, building it digitally because things like the dark brown, I don't have a lot of dark brown. And so I'm trying to build it digitally so that I can get better counts of how to do it. It might not be exactly the way it looks here, like some of the designs I might change, but it's really like getting enough of the clear 1x2 bricks as well. And also I've actually got the floor plan worked out for the upper floors, and it kind of sits like that. And hold on here, let me just edit or view this submodel view just so you can kind of see the structure a little bit. So these are those glass pieces that are sticking out on the sides, and a lot of this is going to be in trans clear. Not the plates, obviously. The plates on the bottom, I'm going to have to figure out how to do, make them gray, whatever. But but yeah, most of this building is going to be glass. I might have to put the floors in between. I'll have to see how it looks once I start digitally building. Yeah, digital building is definitely a game changer. Oh, hey, Paul. Sorry, I just saw you jump in there. Digital building is definitely a game changer. I was digital building with MLCAD like 10, 20 years ago when MLCAD was the hip thing. I was just actually thinking I could probably get rid of my MLCAD parts library. Although the MLCAD parts library and the Aldraw parts library, which is what MLCAD is based off of, is also what Lego Digital Designer Studio here. Sorry, not Lego Digital Designer. That was before. Studio actually uses the same DAT files in a different folder. And I've had it when I was building, I think when I was building the Duplo train, one of the pieces in Duplo wasn't available in Studio. So I actually dropped the files into it from from MLCAD, and I was able to pull up the parts. I was like, awesome. So anyways, just a little side note. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Like I said, a little bit of building, just prototyping things. But that's just really, that's just to kind of figure out how things will work. So there's the actual silly views. So yeah, there's the kind of that area that sticks out. Again, the brown looks really horrible with the dark brown. And the other thing is right here is a 1x4 tile. I need another tile in there, but they don't, because this is built sideways. There isn't a piece that I can use there yet, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. And the 1x4 tile fits here because pieces are dropping on the floor. the 1/4x4 tile is connecting with on the anti studs on the dots on those two 1x3s. So I can't, or there's two 1x1s that are one stud apart. So I can't on a 2x4. It's a 2x2, but on a 2x, like, because the 2x4 is basically two of these side by side, I can't put those on there that way. So I've put on my wish list whenever it comes out the idea of the 1x2 brick with the Technic pin and hole that comes out. The 1x2, it's a 1x2 with a stud on the side that's centered. If I had two of those, then I can basically put them, in place of these two studs and these two studs, and that would give me the right connection points. So this model might not be 100% finished for a very long time because those parts aren't available. So yeah, there's just things like that to figure out, right? And that's what I really love about it too, because you see something in real life, it's like, okay, how can I build that in Lego in micro scale at the same time? So yeah. But anyway, I'm going to close Studio for now, just because I saw memory hog, and I might freeze up for a second here. Oh, I didn't save it. File. Hello. Well, it is responding. File. Hold on here. I'm unable to save it right now. It's annoying me. Oh, you know why? There it is. Save. There was a window popped up and I didn't see it in the middle of the freaking screen. There we go. All right, now it's closed. Okay. So yeah, it's basically been my week. Digital designing is it's almost as relaxing as building. Not really, but sometimes when those parts move in the wrong directions, it kind of sucks. But yeah, it is what it is, as they say. So yeah, today I'm going to be talking about the Lego helicopter, Ornithopter. Sorry. Helicopter as well, though, because I was hoping Mr. St-Cyr would join us, who my guess is he went to the office again today, so he's probably running a little late, and maybe he'll pop in any minute now. Any minute? Okay, not yet, but maybe he'll pop in when he's done. So I mean, it's got 4 rotors. Actually, it's got 8 rotors. So but it's got rotors. They just flap instead of spin. So why not? It's a helicopter, but different. Anyway, so we'll talk about that. There was also a gift for purchase that was displayed, that was revealed today. Not much in the way of parts added in the past few weeks. There's a few news articles and stuff. There's a couple of Lego ideas stuff. So why don't we just jump into that this week in the news, because no one else is here to do the buttons for me. Not that I need people to do the buttons for me, but sometimes it's helpful. Don't tell them I said that, because they're not going to watch this afterwards. All right. We'll start off with changing the screen so that it's in a better view. There we go. We'll start off with from the Brick Fan. The Lego Ideas Desktop Rock and Roll has achieved 10,000 supports, 10,000 supporters. This is by Adwind. It's 1,280 pieces build, features a classic jukebox, has a few moving details to showcase the movable functionalities of the set. So it's got a drawer that pulls out, which shows some guys dancing on it with a band in the background. And it also has on the top, looks like you can remove the top and you see a record player, a guy sitting on a chair listening to his music. Wash the Needle written there. And looks like some kind of playlist or something. Some, obviously, a stack of records, things like that. So it's kind of an interesting build. I think some people will probably enjoy buying it for a retro jukebox style. Excuse me. It would also be interesting to see if someone could actually put some kind of like an MP3 player or whatever the equivalent of that is these days, maybe a Raspberry Pi with some speakers in here, so it would actually play music as well. That'd be kind of fun. But anyway, we'll see what happens. Next up is Lego Ideas Phineas and Ferb. Hit 10,000 supporters as well this week. This is by Grego. 2,999 pieces. Obviously, the house they live in. It features a 2-story Flynn Fletcher house with easy access to the inside. It also proposes minifigures of Phineas, Ferb, Candace, Agent P, Dr. Doofenshmirtz, Isabella Baljeet and Buford. Sorry. You kind of show some interesting or some of the play features inside, and all the characters. Obviously, sorry. Obviously, some of the heads and stuff need to change, and we don't actually have a Ferb or a. I can't. That doesn't do anything. I'm like, there's oh my gosh, I forgot his name. Platypus, Perry the Platypus. It doesn't say Perry the Platypus in here. Oh, Agent P. It did. I just read it as okay. It has a Perry the Platypus in here, but it doesn't. Oh, now that I see it, these are all like drawn, animated faces. So I guess the guy kind of created it in some kind of editor. Okay. Anyway, interesting. I'm assuming Jukebox or Phineas and Ferb. They're both kind of interesting. Okay. I don't remember. I don't think we talked about this last week. There is a new trailer on YouTube for Lego Marvel's Avengers Code Red, the official trailer, that actually comes to Disney Plus on Friday, October 27th. And it's basically it's a made for Disney Plus movie show, probably not a movie length. I would probably guess 30 minutes or so. That's consisting of Iron Man, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, Black Panther, Steve Rogers, Captain America, and Sam Wilson, Captain America, along with Wolverine. That was kind of a giveaway, or that was kind of a spoiler, I guess a little bit, although they do tell you that in the trailer. As they take on the Collector and his Bionicle look-alike robots. With the Collector still a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, will the movie give way to a new Collector minifigure in the future? Maybe. I did watch the trailer the other day. It was kind of fun. There is a funny scene with Thor, and he's changing into some of his different outfits using his hammer, and a couple of them made me giggle. So if you haven't had a chance to watch it, hop onto the Brick Fan, and you'll be able to watch it. It's October 24th, the article. I think it's probably on the first page still. All right, let's see what's up next. So Creations for Charity fundraiser has begun. So every year, the Lego community holds a charity auction. Organizer is Zan. He's been doing this now the 15th year. From now until November 30th, you can purchase one-of-a-kind custom creations donated by builders around the world. Check back often as new items will be added regularly to the store during the next 6 weeks. So to donate, you can donate a creation yourself by filling out the donation form on their website. And head on over to the website to donate a mock or buy a new one. So some of the items available are shown here. So we have some Brickhead Calvin and Hobbes, kind of cool Star Wars Technic type combination fighter, Technic on the wings. An interesting castle. Sorry, in micro scale. Apparently, I haven't had a great sleep the past few weeks or past few days either. But anyway, that's a different story altogether. Some artworks, different little creations that people have donated. So feel free to go check it out at your convenience and give to a good cause. All right. Lego Insiders news. So currently on Lego Insiders, there's a contest for Loki and Sylvie signed print from the Loki series. A couple of signed prints with their figures attached to it. A sweepstakes has been going on for Loki and Marvel, Loki and Sylvie signed prints and minifigures. You can enter for a chance to win the prints of Tom Hiddleston and Sofia Di Martino, as well as their minifigures, which are from the Series 1 Marvel Collectible Studios minifigures. So they're not unique. They're from the collectible series. There are just 7 days left to enter as the contest ends October 26th. Though, if you're interested in this, you better hop in there right now because it ends tomorrow, which for some of you is already the 26th. So it ends today when you're watching this, maybe tomorrow morning, Kai. Tomorrow morning, your world, your time. North America, Canada, English. Yeah, that link just did not work. Let's see here. Yeah, rewards. I'm going to have a quick drink while I'm surfing here. There's also another news piece which we'll come back to so it's 50 points for an entry, and it ends tomorrow. All right. Next up, we have another news article here, and that's there's a sweepstakes in the reward center for a Home of the Brick Lego House limited edition pirate that has been signed. I believe, 3 signed copies of this are Lego minifigure tribute. The set is exclusive to the Lego House, features an upscale version of Captain Redbeard. It costs 50 points to enter, and there's no and there is a maximum of 50 entries. The sweepstakes ends on November 12th. Obviously, region dependent, in that if you're in Cuba or North Korea or maybe Quebec, you might not be able to enter. Sorry, don't mean to bring it up, but it could be possible. But anyways, I know this figure is on a lot of people's want lists. I would love to get one as well, just because it is a limited thing and it's kind of cool. So if anybody wants to enter the contest, 50 VIP points. That's like 2.5 instructions. Just scan 2.5 instructions, and then you'll have 50 VIP points at least. Is it 50? Yeah, it was 50. That's what it said as well. So yeah. I think we talked about this in the past. There is a VIP Christmas pack coming up. The only reason I'm bringing this back up is that Lego has updated their product page, and they've added a couple of pictures of the decorations. Obviously, the White House doesn't come with it, but just kind of gives you a better idea of what comes in the kit. There's nothing absolutely spectacular in here. It's just really an FYI, I guess. So if you're interested in Christmas things, if you don't have enough Santa hats, here's a good way to get at least 1 or 2 more. I say 1 or 2 because I know there's one. I'm assuming there's another one. There's 2 Santa beards, so there's probably another Santa hat too. But it's kind of buried in behind. So anyway. Next up, Lego Sonic the Hedgehog for 2024. Lego dropped a teaser already for the 2024 Sonic stuff, and it's got, I think that's one of the guys that played. I was gonna say, is that one of the guys that played in the actual movie? Wasn't there a live action movie Sonic thing? Anyway, it looks a lot like him, and he's got the bad guy on his head because that's who he was portraying in the movie, assuming it's the right one, Dr. Eggman. Caused production delays of specific Sonic characters. So these 3 characters are going to be added to Sonic sets in the near future. So they're just saying there were production delays due to Dr. Eggman's influence, shall I say. So this is 2024 sets. They've shown an image of new figures coming soon. On the bottom right corner of the video, there are minifigures of Rogue, Knuckles, and Shadow, which we should be seeing in next year's sets. So there's a little video here that was posted on Twitter. Sorry, X is a stupid name. Anyway, that shows Dr. Eggman walking through the Lego factory. He's getting a factory tour. Why is that? Why is he getting one and none of us are? Anyways, so this week as well, October 22nd, as of October 22nd, there's a Disney 100 minifigure, there's a Disney 100 Years mini Steamboat Willie set is now available on Shop at Home, as well as Houses of the World 4 gift with purchase. So let's just double check. Oh, I thought I had it open still. Wow, when's last? There it is. Now I have to close all these guys, but anyway, just making sure it's still available. Shop. Set by themes, architecture. Just because apparently you can't just say shop and get it to come up. You know what? That was silly. I should have just gone to offers, which I realized was right at the top of the page. Yeah, so the Steamboat Willie is available, $140 Canadian from now until the 31st, so now until next Tuesday, while supplies last. There is not a mention of the Lego Houses of the World 4, so it's possible it's already sold out. Interesting. Or it just wasn't available here. Who knows? Let me just get back to where we were here. What was this one? So that was the Sonic. Yeah, so the Disney properties, which include Marvel and Star Wars, $140, huh? Might be an interesting thing to buy a Star Wars set just to get a copy of that set, because it's probably going to be worth something at some point. And the Houses of the World is, if it's still available, it's like over $320 Canadian, I believe it was. But yeah, they're both run to the end of October. Like I said, I don't see the Houses of the World on the Canadian site, so it's possible it's already sold out. All right, Lego. So this was announced today. Lego Ideas tribute to Galileo, which was Galileo Galilei, which was a Lego Ideas contest that was run for Steam, or for STEM. Sorry, not Steam. So Lego has revealed the next gift for purchase set with Lego Ideas tribute to Galileo Galilei. This set is for the winner of the Ready Set Go STEM building contest back in May last year. The price requirement and when it'll be released is still unknown at this time, but we can assume it'll be coming soon because Lego's announced it. 307 pieces. There's not much really shown on here. It's just showing that there is a wheel to turn on the back, a gear, and that will spin the Earth and Sun model, which the Earth is a new blue ball joint bar thingy. Well, new color, I should say, not new part. Yeah, they don't really give us much. Now, there is a picture on the side I saw. There's like a picture of the window with him looking at it in the telescope, and there's some nice plant work around there. Nothing spectacular, I guess, but, it's a feature they decided to highlight on the side. So, yeah, again, sorry for the awning. Next up, we have, I can close that too. Next up, we have from Brickset. I use Brickset in this case because they just had a better picture set. So our news item for the week. Hold on for a second. Give me 2 seconds. Sorry, I have to mute. I got a phone. That was, sorry, I declined it. That was my father who was calling me at the perfect time. So I just sent him to voicemail because I'm chatting and no one else is here to take the reins. So anyway, so sorry, Dad, if you ever watch this. So Lego announced this morning. Yesterday. It was yesterday. The Atreides Royal Ornithopter was announced. Set number 10327. He left a voicemail, which is good. 1,369 pieces. It's an 18 plus set, selling for $164 US, $215 Canadian, I believe it was. Is now available for pre-order, and it'll be released on February 1st. So this is now the second set announced. That's a February 1st release date. The other one being the other set. Yeah, the other set that was announced a few weeks ago, which I can't think what it was, but it was another set. Sorry, again, been a week. You know what I mean? I actually wrote it down. You know what? Hold on here. You're going to see my calculations for that project pop up. File, open. There it is. The Animal Crossing sets were February 1st as well. Sorry. I've been tracking over the years the when sets have been announced, because I'm trying to figure out when we'll start getting news. Like last year, well, technically this week, the Friends sets were announced, and early November is when all the other sets come out. In 2021, it was last few days of October, early November, and 2022. These years are wrong. 2020, it was November when the sets were announced. So just trying to gauge when we'll actually have some interesting news content, and we'll all be excited or depressed. We'll see, But anyways, I also actually realized that I have the online stock stuff, so we could actually maybe start that today if we're feeling so inclined. Just to get a baseline for that again, which we usually do around this time every year, usually in November when Black Friday starts, but we can start today. We'll see how it goes. 10 people watching. but the chat's very quiet. Last thing I see is Sylvain saying interesting. So not 100% sure if chat's working. Hopefully it is. If so, hi. Anyway, okay. So yeah, the Ornithopter. It is not a helicopter, even though it has blades and they move. They just don't move in the right direction. So I don't know if David St-Cyr will be buying one of these because I mean it's cool because it's Dune. I'm kind of tempted to buy one of these at the 215 price point. It's not too bad. I mean it's 1,300 pieces, so it's not really price per piece kind of sucky, but at the same time it does have these new rotors. It's got a new nose cone here. That's cool. Hey, Cosbricks. It's cool that you're working. At least we know chat works now too. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Thank you guys. We're still watching you. I don't know why, but okay. So yeah, the Ornithopter new parts are the blades. I think they're 40 stud long blades or something like that. 40 or 42. I forget what the number was. There was an article or there was a video dropped on who was it? It was Tito. No, the YouTube. I want to say Tito. It's not his right name. Titio, I think it is. Or anyways, he's a former designer who's now YouTube dropping YouTube videos. And he was at Billund when they did a showcase for this model a few weeks back. And there was a Mike. This was built by Mike Saki, and he was kind of demonstrating some of the features and stuff. And he was saying that the cockpit is new. It is kind of a throwback to one of the old Jedi Starfighter cockpits from years gone by. And the blade was also a new piece. This set is heavily Technic built because the landing gear folds in, the boarding ramp folds up. Hello, Wandering Bricks. Welcome. Cool. The landing gear folds up, and the wings also flap in, which we'll see a picture of. And there's a lever that if you press it, the wings will flap around. It will ornithop, if you will. So, like I said, available to pre-order. Let's just look through the pictures here. Brickset had some of the better pictures as well. These are all from Lego Shop at Home's site, but yeah, it's using the new windscreens are all trans black, the new trans black versus the old trans brown. So there it shows actually that's full screen this guy because they're really good size photos. So here's showing the wings all folded in. It shows you the boarding ramp as well. Now, because there's a lot of a lot of structure in here, he was also saying there isn't much play area inside because it's not that wide of a mock. But there is room in the front cabin area cockpit to hold 2 people. And I would tell you what the figure names are, but I'll be honest with you, I can't think of them all, and I'm going to mess it up, so I'm not going to. Hopefully, it will say that in the article. Yeah, so there's a switch here. You push forward, and that causes the wings to flap out, and then you push on this black lower area here, and that causes the wings to actually flap. And then there was also a mechanism to, I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a mechanism on the side here to raise the gear and everything pulls in nice and tight. So I think we'll see that in one of the other pictures. Oh yeah, the gear's in nice and tight here. Oh, sorry. So you can see the gears nicely tucked away underneath, which is pretty cool that they've managed to get that all in there so nicely. So yeah, really interested about this set. I think the build will be fun. Again, this is a display piece, but Mike Saki also said as well that he considers a set is successful or not if people actually, after they build the set, maybe display it for a while, they take it apart and use the parts to build something else. To him, that's what makes an awesome set. And I thought, yeah, that's a cool idea. So what else do we have? Just another shot. The windscreen pops open on the side. Both sides fold up, and there's a little panel you can pull out to where the minifigures are sitting in, so it's easier to get them in. Shot of the wings folded in, and then the figures as well. I mean, again, I'm not going to even guess the names because I will totally destroy it. But let's see here. There is Paul Atreides. I knew Atreides was one of the names. I just couldn't remember his first name. Lady Jessica, Gertie Halleck, Jenny Leto Atreides, Leet Kynes, Duncan Idaho, and Baron Harkonnen, who was the big tall one, in his long robe. And it's now I heard this was delayed, but part 2 of Dune is set to arrive March 15th, so it's coming out like a month before. But I thought Dune was postponed, so maybe not. I remember hearing that. So, and like I said, about $215 Canadian for that one. All right, next week, hopefully, lots of new sets, lots of drooling over parts and new creatures or figures or stuff. New Elementary did a review quickly on the Dr. Oz's Dream set. It's quiet. They got to do some of the older sets. So just quickly scroll through that. They have some new molds. Again, we've seen these molds before, just in the blue here. In the blue, this they're calling them Splat 3x14 Dark Azure Center and Trans Blue. That's a signature part for most of these sets. They're used for tree limbs and trees, and in this case, in this case, it looks like the rockets under the back, the thrusters. So new recolors and prints. So they have the this black. What is that? A 65 degree? No, it's a 25 degree. We don't have 25 yet, really. That's one of the newer ones. The larger 25 degree slope that came originally in one of the Toy Story sets, the Duke Kaboom set, if I recall, in red and white. So it's now in black. The string element in the bright green and translucent pinkish for those wings. And then there's some other pieces. The time, like these are common to some of the other sets for Dreams. So that the time print, the hourglass, and obviously wedges are common to many things. But Dark Azure, they're coming around, or they're available here in Dark Azure. I'm assuming these are just new recolors. I didn't think that was a recolor. In white. Yeah, I guess they are recolors. Okay. So yeah, the left cut out curved slope in Dark Azure is not actually new, but I presented it here as the release of the matching pair opens up plenty of new possibilities. Yeah, so only one of these was available previously. So they're now available on both sides. Rare parts. So there's the stud shooters in the silver metallic, this piece in light bluish gray, and the dish in trans blue opal, or satin trans dark blue, based on Bricklinks. Also rare parts, this curved piece in looks like a light dark bluish gray as well. So that's nice to see. Bright orange brings us some lightsaber bars, or 4 long bars, and then lightsaber hilts. There's lots of stickers, including what I love seeing is these little tiny stickers here as well that are all just, things you can use to graffiti your box or do what you want with them. I just think those are kind of cool. And then they talk more about the builds and the minifigs. So normally I care more about parts and stuff than the actual builds, but we'll just scroll through quickly, look at the figures. I still want to see the Dr. Oz come out with the one that's pictured in some of the promotional material where he's wearing a trench coat and he's got like a Classic Space logo shirt underneath. Hopefully that comes out if they do another wave of Dreams, which I'm pretty sure they will. And the hair and beard piece is still pretty cool looking as one piece. Anyway, showing the sides of the ship open up, the cockpit opens up. So there's lots of playability in that. In that you can get in there and do stuff with it. So okay, on to Brothers Brick. We tend to look at Brothers Brick art, the builds every once in a while. I'm not even going to try to say that. Quetzalcoatl, the original feathered dinosaur. That's why I can't pronounce it, because it's a dinosaur name. So recent developments in paleontology seem to suggest that dinosaurs may have sported feathers rather than scales. They should have checked with the Aztecs or Mayans, who knew about feathered reptiles long ago. And Flicker builder Mr. Yum knows all about bringing them to life in Lego form. So we'll just scroll down here. So using the leaf pieces, He's even put the Mayan type headdress on top, but using the leaf pieces to kind of simulate feathers, and these red bionicle bits. I think. I'm not sure if that's bionicle or if that's something from. Yeah, it looks bionicle. It's either that or something from like Ninjago, but that looks bionicle to me. So, but just a beautiful little build. I've got a few more of these to look at. So Darth Maul's Epic's Lego Scimitar built with 4,000 pieces in a full interior. This is by Evil Kirk. Now, normally a Star Wars mock I wouldn't really talk much about, but the fact that we haven't seen this set in a long time, and this kind of looks like UCS scale. I mean, it was only used in the one movie, pretty much, I think. But it is kind of still a cool design and build. So, and like you said, it's a full cockpit or a full interior, and it is full minifig scale. It looks pretty small, but this is actually in minifig scale, so that's pretty impressive. The question is, how about the back piece? Does that open up as well? And it looks like it does. Yeah, that's it there. There's a Darth Maul sitting in there, along with seating for 5. Wow, that is pretty hefty, pretty big. And he's got like a jail cell here and an airlock. So pretty nice details in here. And it's even got the front area that drops down so they can the boarding ramp so he can fly it with his droids or his drones. So cool. Anyways, I had actually looked at this. I just thought, okay, that looks cool to talk about. So we did. That was weird. Home is where you hang your hat, or sometimes it just is the hat. So the Iron Builder competition is still going on, and this is Lego Tropical Vacation built by Duncan Lindebow. And for this one, they are using the Technic rotor blades in red. So they actually, I guess these are the legs here that are being used, and the inside of the claw in here. But it's basically, crab climbing out of a Star Wars Rebellion helmet. It's got a nice bottle with a note inside. The bottle's nothing new necessarily, but with the note wrapped up inside, it's kind of nice. A little tribute to the ship in a bottle type stuff. So there is another. I'm just trying to think which one it was. One of these other ones. Oh yeah, this one. We'll throw that one next. Is also an Iron Builder one. This is by Dan Coe. Takes us on a summer vacation as well. He's competing in the infamous Iron Builder competition. And this is Flippin' in My Flops. And it's just a suitcase with a beach inside, but it's got, a cool Adirondack chair, Muskoka chair, as we would call it over here. I don't know what they actually mentioned in here for it. It's got a name, a beach chair. Using, again, for the back of it, they're using those rotors. So I thought that was kind of a cool idea. And using the fishing nets, it looks like as some kind of a tree, which is kind of cool too. It gives it a nice texture. Reading can take you to unexpected places. So this is by Lego 7, traveling beneath the waves in style, with a pair of humpback whales swimming alongside some dolphins, and it's showing a person reading who's kind of imagining this as they go. Maybe a little soundtrack, maybe a little lo-fi girl going on in the background as well. So I just thought it was a cool looking build. All right, a couple more. Lego Imperials have settled in Colorado because, why wouldn't they? This is a collaborative build from Cowlug and Denlug. I know some people from Cowlug and probably from Denlug because I've been to Denver years ago for a Lego project. This is by Evan Crouch. I don't know him. It's just one piece of a massive Lego Pirates layout. Lego Imperial. See, I thought it was Star Wars, but no, it's Pirate. So this is just one piece of it, but again, beautiful fortress. A nice white fortress here and a nice cliffside. And I love the water in here. Looks really nice. I've built some water myself and I can appreciate some nice depths in there and stuff. So yeah. All right, last up, we have From Above Liu, the Lego Jade Chamber Beckons. I don't know what that reference is. It's from a video game, Genshin Impact. This is by Kwai Chow. And it was just a beautiful structure. That's why I pulled it up, with a building on top and kind of a interesting, intricate structure underneath as well. Kind of reminds me a little bit upside down, but it's not upside down. My son is upstairs. He just woke up. He went to bed at about 6, passed out on the couch. So he might come down in a minute. I might have to mute to talk to him. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly. He's wandering. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Lastly, I'm just going to quickly open up. Let's just grab some numbers here from Lego of their sets. Which, the trick there is search for Lego. We'll select sets, 924 sets. So that's going to be our check number. We don't need prices. We don't need themes, interests. We need availability. There we go. All right. So we have some numbers there now. Let's grab that spreadsheet. It's been a while since I've done this. Did it just? I did. There we go. 924. I just have to redo that all because get resized. Availability. All right. So we'll start this for the 2023 season. So we're looking at 807 sets available currently. Out of stock, 83. That's reasonable. Back ordered, 28. Coming soon, 6. And pre-order, 1. That would be our Ornithopter. So 925 sets. Now, there is a plus minus 1 in here because a coming soon set is probably also a pre-order set in this case. But 87% stock availability. As you can see, last year we dropped down to as low as around Christmas, 45% just after Christmas. 43%, December 7th. And the year before was even more horrible, from what I recall. 39% in February, 17% January 12th. This is COVID, obviously. 11% was our lowest ever, December 29th. So yeah, just kind of seeing what the Lego sales are doing. Availability kind of gives us an idea how the shelves look as well. So now we have our baseline set for that. So save that for later purposes. Yeah. Let's go back to me, I guess. So again, not a lot to talk about, or not well, I don't know. Is there any conversation we want to spark up here with the chat? I don't know. If not, maybe we'll make it a short one today. We're 52 minutes in. We'll see what happens. I'll stay online for a few more minutes and we'll talk. So is anybody in chat actually interested in getting the Ornithopter? I'm going to say Ornithopter. That's just the way I'm going to say it. I don't mean to. I know it's Ornithopter. But anyway. So plans for this weekend for me, I might start, hopefully I'll be able to finish most of the design of my office building, the Telus Harbor in downtown Toronto. And I'm also actually in 2 weeks on Wednesday. 2 weeks on Wednesday, I'm going to be at the office. And I'll be coming back and then I'll do my chat there. So in 2 weeks from today, I'll probably be a little frazzled because I'll have to wake up pretty early. One of the reasons I'm going to the office, we have one of our coworkers, one of our managers is leaving, and we have a team meeting. And I also just want to get down there to take pictures of areas of the building that I can't get good street view type shots of. So, and also just look at colors and things like that, because right now I'm guessing my colors based on what I can see or based on pictures, and sometimes those colors don't work out that well. Any thoughts in the Orient Express train? Oh, there's thoughts. It hasn't been announced yet officially. So we don't know if it's 6 wide, 7 wide. If it's 6 wide, I definitely think it's something that'd be cool to get. It did look a little shorter than the original design. Like they've redesigned it a bit. They added an extra cart. I know that. But it's it's an interesting set. Again, we don't know much about it as of yet, really. Hopefully that gets announced in the next little while. We should actually have some Black Friday sets announced as well the next week or two, as we're getting close to that. So I think if this is 7 wide, I think what it will do is it will boost sales for a little bit of the Harry Potter train. The track is 7 wide is what I'm saying. I know the coaches are 8 wide, but the engine looks kind of small for it. Yeah, definitely a shorter engine. But like I said, I think if it is 7 wide, it might actually trigger people to buy the Harry Potter train as well, the larger 7 wide one there, because now it's a collectible in that there's more than one of them. And people don't want to miss out, right? So it'd be interesting to see what happens with that. If the Harry Potter train sells a little more, we'll never know. But, like I said, it'd be interesting to see. But yeah. Anyways, I think I'm going to call it a night. Because my kid woke up, I got to make sure he's okay and he gets some food. Sounds like he's moving around upstairs a bit. And wasn't a lot of news. I'm expecting next week, if we do get a lot of set drops, we will definitely have a lot to talk about, and we'll probably run a lot later. But this will be one of our shorter ones for sure. So I guess I'll sign off for now. Say see you guys next week. And hopefully my room will be a little more tidy, and maybe there'll be a structure here. That's definitely not that high because I don't have enough parts for that. But at least the start of my my next project. So anyway, we'll see everybody next time. And thanks for joining. And have a great day. Bye. I forgot to hit the button.